Hi, good afternoon. This is Chef Jappy of Tsismis NYC, and today we're doing our cook with Tsismis first ever video concept. We're gonna start with a ube rum bibingka flambé made with tanduay, of course. Everyone knows what bibingka is. It's our favorite rice cake from the Philippines. Very popular during the holiday season, but here in New York, it's all year round. It's very simple to make, very easy. All the ingredients you can easily source and you can make it at home. So we're going to start with our wet ingredients first. So we're gonna have regular eggs, 5 pieces. Make sure you break them properly, but you don't get any shell on the bowl. So we have 5 whole eggs here. We're gonna beat it. Second is gonna be 30 grams of melted unsalted butter that we're gonna mix with the egg. Third wet ingredient is our coconut milk. So it's 1 can. That's a total of 384 grams. I'm just gonna slowly scrape the sides of the bowl to get everything back into formation. And then we're gonna start with our dry ingredients. So we have 284 grams of sugar, regular white castor sugar. Add it here. Let's whisk it. We have our second dry component, which is 21 grams of double acting baking powder and 3 grams of salt mixed together. And then we have 332 grams of sweet rice flour. Add half first. We're gonna do the last batch. It's very important that you incorporate everything properly into the mixture. Otherwise, if there's like raw components and you're baking it in the oven, it will burn. So the key here is to be patient and to make sure to get everything in. So you always have to scrape the bowl. We have our oven safe skillets. Normally what you use for brunch. We've lined them up with banana leaves because this is normally how we eat them in the Philippines. And then we're just gonna fill each skillet, not fully all the way to the top because it will rise. And then we're still gonna add one more magic ingredient to it. Our brunch favorite, Parmesan cheese, that we're just going to grate on top. We put as much as we want. Who doesn't like Parmesan cheese, right? And when it's full with cheese, what you do is you add another extra layer. Normally back home we use quesong puti for this, but I find Parmesan to be like a super good substitute for it. Lots of umami. So now we have the oven preset at 350. So we're gonna start baking, and then we'll set the timer, leave it for 40 minutes, and I find it that it has risen to the desired height, and the consistency is just perfect. So our bibingka is nice and perfect. We're gonna let this rest for a little bit. So there's a secret component to this bibingka. It's actually a tanduay rum bibingka. So before we flambe it, we're gonna pour a little bit of rum into the bibingka so it absorbs it. So there's a little bit of flavor into it. So think of it kind of like a baba, French baba. That's also rum based. So we're just gonna let the rum sizzle in a little bit on top. When I was still based in France, in Paris, I used to love eating baba all the time. So this is kind of like my take on it, but obviously a very Pinoy style. You can smell the rum, you can smell the bibingka at the same time, you can smell the parmesan. So like everything you want in life is already there, ready. So let's let it rest for a little bit. So now that we have our bibingka resting, what we're gonna do is we're gonna flambe. So we just need to heat up the alcohol. So we pour 2 ounces of rum onto the saucepan. We warm up the rum. It's not gonna ignite when it's cold. So you need to warm it up and then kind of get the flame on it. So we pour it. And then we have our Tanwai rum Bibingka Flambé.